Hi everybody, so welcome to my bedroom. I'm just going to give you a really quick tour before I start my updated corset collection. So over here you can see that is where I sleep, obviously. Over here, this is my office. Over here, this is my workshop. Over here, oh, it's kind of messy, but you can see that I use the shelving as even more storage for all my stuff. This shelf here is my piano collection and some of my music awards that I won in high school. And up there is my sword collection, which I had showcased in my vlog. And over here, you might find familiar because this is where I record. There you go. Okay, so like I had done last time, here is my corset collection all in one view, and you can also see that is where I store my crinoline. I just flatten it up and put it behind my bed against the wall so it's out of the way. So I actually, believe it or not, have fewer corsets now than I did last time I did a video like this. And this one is not a corset per se, however, I did want to show it off because it is actually a girdle. So instead of going from basically the underbust to the hips, this starts a few inches above the belly button and then goes down below the bum, and you can see that it comes with these little garter straps in case you want to wear stockings with it, but I don't really own any stockings, so that's not really useful for me. However, the thing that I really love about it is the fan lacing. This is so much fun to play with, and this is the first time that I've seen fan lacing really up close that I can play with it and kind of figure it out. So maybe there is fan lacing for my homemade corsets in the future. These are the corsets that I have from Corset Deal / Corsets-UK / Corset Story / Corset Wholesale. You get the deal. So this is the waist training overbust corset that I had reviewed before. So you can see it has the 24 spiral bones in it. I'm going to actually be cutting this down to an underbust, so look out for a tutorial on that later on. And this is the blue corset that's supposed to be called oiseau style because it looks kind of like a bird's wings from the side. It has the chiffon hips, and this is a corset that is way too small for me, so I'm actually trying to sell this one to somebody who's probably a little bit or a lot shorter than I am. And then of course here is the Gothic corset with the swing hooks here. I still think it's fantastic. It reminds me of, you know, the xenomorphs from Alien. And if you have seen my post on Facebook, I was going to actually be reviewing this one in the future, but in retrospect, after putting on the blue corset and seeing how short it was on me, I have a feeling that this one is going to be even shorter, so I didn't even take it out of the package. So this is brand new with tags if anybody's interested in it. It was just, I bought it on a whim, and I admit that was just a waste of money. And this is my leatherotics blue gem cincher, and it has seen better days. Some of the grommets are coming out, and so I'm probably going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how to either repair grommets or completely replace them. Here is my white leatherotics underbust. I had sold my 24-inch green silk one, so this is the only leatherotics one that I have now. But even though I've owned this for over 2 years, it's still going very strong. It looks almost brand new. And this corset here, I still need to review. It's by Snobz, UK company, and this is the overbust banquet corset. So you can see it has like a really neat neckline there where it kind of, there's a little bit of a cutout in the center front there. This is probably one of my more popular corsets. A lot of people tend to comment on my videos when I'm wearing this particular corset. This is the Josephine underbust by Isabella Corsetry, and I had sold my bat cincher, the custom-made bat cincher, just to pay off some Christmas bills. But this one, I still love it a lot. I don't think I'll ever let go of this one. And this is another corset that I still need to review. It's the Agnes overbust corset by Eternal Spirits. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see that it has, it's almost like a shark skin satin on top, and then it's lined with pink satin underneath, and it doesn't have any binding in it. So when I originally got it, the construction method was actually kind of a mystery to me. So Eternal Spirits corsets are stocked by Lulu and Lush, or Fairy Goth Mother, so I really wanted to see what kind of quality their style of corsets they carry. And here is the Maroon Crepe Suzette 426 underbust corset by Orchard Corset that I had reviewed earlier. However, I still need to review their overbust corset here in the larger leopard print. Now, they don't sell the large leopard print overbust anymore. They only sell it with the smaller leopard print. However, I basically got this for the fit, not exactly the fashion fabric. So if you get, no matter what color you get of this corset, as long as it's the same general cut pattern, you're basically going to get the same fit as this. And moving on to my Miss Martha corset. So here is my leather geometric cincher, which is holding up still quite well. And here is the red silk corset vest from Miss Martha's Corset Shop, and it still looks brand new. It's very sturdy. The silk does not want to stretch at all. This was a lot of fun to wear around Christmas time, just over a white blouse or something. And now that summer's coming, I'll be able to wear this out to barbecue parties and whatnot. So as soon as I get over this stupid cold. I'm sure this looks totally black on camera. It's like an ink blot, but this is the black velvet overbust. I think it's the 1808 corset from Vollers. And so it has the plunge, but it's also quite high cut, and it actually is one of the few overbust corsets that do hold my bust nicely, and feels quite secure. However, one thing that I did not anticipate while wearing this corset was that my hair wants to catch all over this velvet. It's very, it makes my hair very staticky and very tangled. So if I'm not wearing my hair up in this corset, then it's a nightmare. Here is my Axfords C242 underbust corset, which is still holding up quite well. The overbust corset, or rather I like to call it a dummy bust corset, I actually gave to my sister around Christmas time because she's shorter than me, so it fit her a lot better. And this is a corset that I just very recently got in the mail. It's the Eco-corset that Suzanne had designed. It's based off of a 1904 corset, and it's completely organic, natural, unbleached materials. It's supposed to be, like eco-friendly and everything, and it feels like concrete. It's very stiff. I haven't gotten much of a chance to wear this just because of my cough. I'm still recovering, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this breaks in. Moving on to my what Katie did corsets, I still have all the overbust corsets here. So this is the green raw silk Sophia corset, and this is the peach satin Tempest corset. Here is the flocked floral Antoinette corset, and here is the Cabaret two-tone Laurie corset. Now, all of these corsets are the small bust version. Since I've done reviews of these corsets, What Katie Did has also come out with a large bust version. So the smaller bust is for cups A to C, and I think the larger bust is more suitable for cups D to F. So that would probably have fit me a lot better than these ones. But just letting you know that they have more options now for the chestier girls, which is nice. And this is unfortunately my last remaining underbust from What Katie Did, my baby cincher, which I used to sleep in on occasion. I had to unfortunately sell a lot of my other underbust What Katie Did corsets just to pay my medical bills because contrary to popular belief, if you live in Canada, not all healthcare is free. Moving on to my homemade corsets, here is the first corset I ever made, and it's still as crappy as ever, but I've gutted it partially just for any usable metal bones I had in it, but I don't have the heart to let it go because it's kind of like it's like a disabled pet or something. Here is my Tamina corset, and now that I'm more familiar with doing ribbon style corsets, I can see that I made my life too complicated by making a Victorian corset in the style of a ribbon corset. However, I'm still kind of impressed that I was able to pull it off in the short amount of time that I did. And here is the first, or actually the second ribbon corset that I ever made. The first one was the red one that just did not fit very well. And this is the first training corset that I ever made. And so I didn't have a busk at the time that I had made this. So what I did was I put a line of grommets down the front on both both sides of the corset, and the grommets were just big enough for me to thread some screws in there and then secure it on the back with a nut. So it seems kind of steampunk, and I really like the idea. I can't remember exactly where I got the idea from. I know I didn't make it up, but it was just a really good idea. And also I put the bones in the middle of the panels instead of right on the seams, so that I can eventually take in or let out the corset at the seams if I need to. Moving on to my wrinkly pig, which I actually only recently reviewed. I had done some small surgery on it to, you know, kind of change the cut of it and add a modesty panel and whatnot. Here is my rainbow ribbon corset, which I still adore, although this one is for sale up on Etsy, as well as this one, my Jamaican flag cincher right here. Although, you know, if this one doesn't sell by August, then I'll just wear it for Jamaican Independence Day once again. Here is my Christmas overbust corset, the one that with the flocked red design on it, and this actually feels really nice to wear because it's completely lined in this really smooth gold satin right there. And who could forget the Sebastian corset with the Little Mermaid lining inside, and I really do think this is still my favorite corset just because I made it, so I'm proud of it. And moving on to corsets that have been made by a single person by name. This is my waist training red satin couture corset by Elle from Heavenly Corsets, and it's still holding up pretty well. And this is a really lovely underbust corset by Serindi, and it's made with a navy blue satin with flowers, like silver flowers on it, and also a silver chain detail on each side. It's really pretty. Many of you will probably already be familiar with this one. This is the pink Playboy Bunny overbust corset by Electro Designs, which I had featured in my corset anatomy video. And I now have two corsets by Pont. So this one is a plunge overbust corset with a collar detail here, and it's made out of this beautiful sort of pearlescent pleather kind of PVC material, and if you get it in the right light, then it almost shines different colors, almost. I usually don't like PVC, but this one I had to make an exception just because it's beautiful. And this Pont corset is the Wicked Plunge overbust. This was a sample that I had bought from his Etsy store, and I had worn this for my first corset photo shoot. I was really surprised that this fit me as well as it did, because I wasn't expecting it to fit quite that well, but I'm actually able to get an inch or more reduction in this corset than in many of my off-the-rack corsets just because of how it's cut. And this is my black sparkle ren cincher made out of black satin couture with a lot of pink flossing on the bones. It's held up very well, as one would expect from sparkle ren, and I'm actually commissioning another corset from her pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to that. And these next two corsets I bought locally, so anybody who's living in the Toronto area, I would recommend either of these corseteers. This one is a Starker's corset, and I actually got to meet Diana, and she laced me up in this, and she's such a doll to work with. She's really, really kind. This is a 21-inch waist training and tight lacing corset, and it is extremely sturdy. And I'm not sure if all the details will come out on camera, but I had commissioned this underbust taffeta corset from Kate of Totally Wasted. She's another corseteer based in Toronto, and she's probably one of the coolest people alive. And this is the black underbust corset that has replaced probably most of my other black underbust corsets. It has, it's made from taffeta, German couture on the inside, has lace motifs cut out, and has little Swarovski crystals on there. It's very lush. And that is all for my updated corset collection. Now, if any of you watching this has, say, 3 corsets or more, then I tag you. I encourage you to make a video response so you can show what is in your collection, because I'm really curious. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye.